Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Sammy's Quarters. Today we'll be talking about the return of Premier League football. Speaking a little bit about how it affects Chelsea Football Club. There's a return to some of the returning players and their impact. Hopefully, some positive impacts to the team as we go into this busy period of the season. We're talking about Enzo, Pedro Neto, Cole Palmer's return. Hopefully, right in time for that Barcelona's challenge next week. And then we'll talk a little bit about other fixtures within the league and how that might impact Chelsea Football Club as we try to stake our claim on the season and try to get solidified within those European positions before we even consider any sort of title challenge. So all this is coming up for you in this video. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video. Without further ado, Chelsea will return to football this weekend. We go away to Tottenham against Burnley, and it's pretty cool. Today we'll be talking about all the storylines surrounding this return to Premier League football. Could Cole Palmer be joining the squad this weekend, or are we going to be keeping him in the freezer, or are we going to keep him sidelined until we face Barcelona next week? That's very likely. Bernardo Shield is back in training as well, although partial training, as he's expected to return from a muscular injury. And then we got some other returning players, and we got some players who withdrew out of the international international break due to some sort of injuries, and either due to precautionary reasons, or just a chance to rest, because we're stepping into a very difficult, challenging period of the season, and hopefully it's nothing more than just a precautionary. I'm talking about Enzo, Pedro Neto. Seen Pedro Neto back in training, and just going over some of this, looking over Football.London. It talks about by the Shield. He's expected to return to full training this week after recovering from a muscular injury. So that's good. We saw him pictured with his teammates on the grass in Covent last week. It is an understanding that he was only in partial training. We're hoping to have him back since his last game against Liverpool, where he was playing really well, and hopefully we can have him back, because we need some real line splitting play from that left side. I like that. We have Chalobah as an option there, and then if Fofana stays healthy, that's another option on that right side, alongside Josh Achimpong. We get 2 clean sheets back to back, so we can get some players back defensively. And thinking about his Shields case, he's more of a progressor of the ball. He's a very good passer of the ball, very calm under pressure. He's no longer going to be getting those booty shield allegations anymore. I think he's becoming a bit more respected within the Chelsea fan base. So let's see. If he's back, that's a boost for us for sure. And then talks about Cole Palmer returning as well, which is a boost. It said that Maresca told reporters prior to the international break that he was hopeful Cole Palmer would be fit enough to return to action in the month. 23-year-old has been out since September 20th with a groin injury. That was the game against Manchester United where he had to withdraw, and we haven't seen him since. Chelsea, though, are hopeful Palmer will be fit enough to at least take some part when Barcelona comes to Stamford Bridge next week in a crucial Champions League clash. That's the hope. It's hard to have some chest when you're not sure if your star boy will be available. We do have Estoril, who's had a very compelling, impressive international break with Brazil, and I think a lot of people are starting to take notice of the baller we have But with Cole Palmer back, that right wing, that right side of the pitch becomes very lethal, very dangerous. We saw a little snippet of Cole Palmer with Esteval on that right side in the game against Leverkusen. And we saw how dynamic they can be against low blocks, against people that, against teams that are trying to, frustrate you. You have too many creative players on the pitch. It becomes very difficult for them to shut you out. So hopefully we can get him back. That'll be nice. And Cole Peasy is, definitely been missed. Hopefully Enzo and Pedro, who had to pull out of the national team, also are available come this weekend. But we're still yet to see Enzo on the pitch. So he didn't travel with Argentina. It's hard. He had a knee injury. Hopefully it's nothing. So it'd be nice to have him back as well. We know that Lavia is going to be out for a while, and hopefully, Asugo should be joining shortly. I think I saw pictures of him back on pitch, but it's very hard to tell if some of these are actual pictures from the Chelsea camp, or just some clip farmer trying to get some easy clicks. But that would be a very good one to look out for. Are we excited for the return of football? It's really good to know that we don't have another international break until March next year. I like that. I hate these interruptions in the season. It's not fun for me personally. And it's really not fun for most football fans. We just want to watch some football, and you keep taking it away from us to play some very inconsequential. I guess it is consequential, especially for Nigeria, who will not be playing in the World Cup next year. That is a little embarrassing for the Nigerian national team. I digress. Let's focus on Chelsea. This early kickoffs. I tried looking up Chelsea's recent record, but unfortunately, we didn't get anything regarding to our early kickoff record. But we're very proud of our under the lights kickoff at Stamford Bridge that ended. Um, we're unbeaten in the last 10 evening kickoffs at home in the Premier League. That's a very specific. That's a very specific detail. It has to be at home. Yeah. So as long as we're playing at home, we're undefeated in the last 10 evening kickoffs. So which is still pretty good. You know, it said it's significant because the home record is seen as a positive sign for the team, especially with European competitions ahead. So we might be getting a lot of late night kickoffs. So with our record being as good as it is at home, maybe it will serve us. But these records, how much can you really put on it? How much stake can you put on it? You know, I'm not gonna be too. I'm not gonna lose my mind over this one. But still, where I know those early kickoffs are not fun for anybody. If you're waking up super early to watch the game, it's really one of those things that you want to wake up and watch it, but if you lose, it ruins your whole day. It ruins your whole day, and you cannot just go about your day without having at the forefront of your mind that you just lost or you just dropped some points. Especially when you're playing a team that's just newly promoted, they're gonna go with a low block. They are not. They're gonna go there to frustrate you. I think an early goal will be very important in this one. And let's see. Will our coach start Esteval? Will he leave him on the bench? Are we gonna have to bring him in to come kill the game in the second half? I think it just becomes a much easier game for everybody if we start Esteban at the start of the game. Let him cause havoc early. Let's not play around with this. It's not one of those games you want to leave the opponent around late into the game, give them this confidence. But yeah, very big weekend coming up. Aside from Chelsea, we got some other important fixtures are coming up. Let me look that up real quick. So some of the fixtures coming up can really be good for Chelsea depending on how they play out. We have our game, which is the starting game for the week. We play in Burnley. It's an early kickoff, obviously 6:30 a.m. But right after that, the 9 a.m. kickoffs, we have Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. Normally you'd have said this is a foregone conclusion. You'd say that Liverpool should beat Nottingham Forest, but who knows? They might, they may not. You have Sean Dyche now, and he might just go there and play haram football and give them a hard time. Liverpool is not going to be looking at this game as a foregone conclusion. They could lose. So we got, and then any other notable games on this list for the weekend? Obviously, we got on Sunday Arsenal Tottenham. It's another chance for Chelsea to get to get closer with Arsenal at the top of the pile. And then Newcastle Man City. Man City away to Newcastle is not going to be an easy game. Just you can bet on it. So we're definitely gonna be keeping my eyes peeled for that. And aside from that, I mean everything looks pretty straightforward. I mean I expect that Man United should beat Everton. So we'll see. We'll see how everything shakes out this weekend. But definitely I'm excited to have football back. So let me know your thoughts in a comment. Leave a like on the video, and I will catch you guys on the next one.